2 years ago, when Barry Crackett from Widrington in Northumberland agreed to donate his bone marrow, he thought he'd probably be helping a child from the north. But it turned out he was a perfect match for a 7-year-old boy with blood cancer who lived in the United States. Well, you might remember we told Barry's story a few weeks ago and how he and his family had been invited to the US to meet the boy he saved, Ryan Compton, who's now 8. Well, I'm delighted to say that Barry did meet Ryan and is obviously now back from the trip, and you're here in the studio with me, and it's lovely to meet you, Barry. Tell me, why was it that you donated in the first place?
Well, it was actually Look North.
Good.
There was an appeal about 10 years ago for a little girl who was desperate for a donor, and it sort of pulled at the heartstrings and just signed up for the register. And
so
went from there.
You've been through this incredible experience, and I want you to say first off that you have a message for others who are thinking about donating, don't you?
Yeah, it's dead easy. Nowadays it can be as easy as giving blood. Everybody should do it. You know, it's people think it's really painful, but it's not. It's a lot easier than it was.
Mm-hmm. And we just saw a few shots there of little Ryan. He was really a poorly boy, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. He was on his last legs. It was his last chance at life. And luckily I was a match to save his life.
So you went across there and you met Ryan. Now, this meeting was no private affair, was it?
No, 3,000 other people were there as well, and all the TV cameras, and just all amazing. Very busy and hectic, and really good.
And just the emotion of that moment, I can't get over that, Barry. I mean, watching it, for me, I was welling up.
Yeah, I mean, it was very emotional. His mum was in tears, and I think his dad had a few tears as well, and it was a very emotional time.
Well, we've actually, BBC Newcastle spoke to Maggie, Ryan's mum, and she described just how poorly Ryan was before you stepped in.
Yeah.
This is a kid that had 3.5 years of chemotherapy every day, plus a lot more aggressive types of, that was oral chemotherapy, plus a lot more aggressive therapy, like on a monthly basis. And, it didn't work. And it wasn't until finally he had the bone marrow transplant that he has had no evidence of leukemia in 2.5 years now.
So how's Ryan now, then?
He's fit as a fiddle. You could never tell that he was ever ill. He's that healthy, hiking and running around, and really great.
Now, you're going to keep in touch with this family, aren't you? Obviously, it's been such a massive thing that you've been through together. Yeah.
They're coming over in July, so we're going to put them up in July. So we're going to take them out, and I don't know what I'm going to show them, because when we were there, they arranged a flyby in the LAPD helicopter, which was amazing. So I don't know how I can top that.
Well, there's always Hadrian's Wall, World Heritage Site. There you go, Barry. I'm sure they'll be impressed with that. Yeah. It's an amazing thing you've done. Thanks for coming in to talk to me about it tonight. Thank you.
Cheers.
Now, 15 years after they last hit our screen,